AP BREN. So it's going
Oke,
to be hard
kita
for them to
sekarang sudah
target.
ada di game
The
yang
best target is
kedua.
definitely going to be the
Tadi istirahat
Valentina
dulu guys
or the
ternyata
Beatrix,
mereka.
but Valentina is going to be
Karena
staying
ada
far away. The
azan ya.
Beatrix will naturally stay
Jadi
far
baru bisa
away as
lanjut
well.
lagi
So
sekarang.
with the three strong frontliners, PP front, it's going to be hard for them to reach the backline even.
There it is, game number 2 of AP BREN against Aura Fire. Could be the very last game in the series for Group C, at least for Stream C. Kautizi and Van, two decorated junglers, but Kautizi has definitely had a much better game in game 1. You can say the same for the gold lane as well, Kabuki and Super Marco, where Super Marco just had a very dominant game number 1.
Yeah, Super Marco, a perfect game for him. No kills on him. So it was great. He could probably do that again now that he has great protection in front. So gotta keep an eye on that. But Onward goes in on the back, but it's still early. Everyone's still level 1, level 2, not having enough of those skills yet to get that first blood.
A lot of contests on this river at least. They want to keep the Lancelot safe as much as possible, but BREN once more is what they love to do.
Aduh hai.
Disrespect,
Oh,
little
untung
dominance,
masih ada
forced away already.
itunya
Orange buff
Kadita.
under contention. Baptiste will not be able to pose much of a nuisance as Van still secures the buff with the help of his team. But you can see that AP BREN, the idea, right, just to interrupt the jungle pathing as much as possible.
Ooh, lots of assassin as well as fighter type emblems for AP BREN. No one's going in for like tankiness emblems. So that means they're going to take more fights just like now.
And first blood instantly going
Super
over
Marco-nya
to the side of
nggak
AP
bisa.
BREN. That won't be taken by Oakwood. The Decimate will be there by Kautizi. As he was able to take down his counterpart. Van drops. Not the start you want as Aura Fire.
Yeah, team fights is the name of the game for AP BREN here, and they're not leaving this lane just yet. Kabuki has no space to farm as he needs to back out. At the same time, the total is up, and Kimura is starting it though, but we can expect a rotation coming for AP BREN to go up to deny it.
Yeah, absolutely. You see High also outtrade in the middle lane, right? Again, it's just a roamer for the side of Aura Fire. You really are looking at Sin to be able to do something in these team fights. You gotta make sure that you don't have your RWM stolen by few as well. Total will get resetted. AP BREN, they're not in a rush to get the objective as Van once more having his cam stolen underneath his nose. It's gonna be a tough one for Aura Fire to contest this.
And Kimura has arrived. He will be at the forefront because he's the tankiest of them all. But even so, there's only so much that he can do, especially trying to protect the backline. And now Van being chased away by Flapdeezy, while Kaldeezy happily takes away the turtle.
Nothing that Van can do, right? You get hit by the penalty zone, instantly you're tethered to a very restricted spot. So Aura Fire, they're gonna lose that objective. Still trying to find certain openings, right? And I think there's a lot of responsibility for High and Van to really get the ball rolling. But AP BREN, they are just playing together as a unit. It's very hard to get these individual pickoffs for Aura Fire.
Yeah, and that's part of the idea of AP BREN, right? It's like move as a unit, try to get team fights, and as long as they can do that, Aura Fire, pick up players like High, will have a very difficult time to do his one-shot. So the only way that he can do his one-shot is, I don't know, try to get lucky that someone's left alone at the lane, I guess?
Yeah, that could be the approach, right? But for Aura Fire, I think that you, as much as this game is slowing down, because you are running a Claude, so it is okay for the game to slow down a little bit. You want this Claude to be able to farm up, get 2 to 3 items before he really starts to become effective. But at the same time, you also want to make sure that Van doesn't get invaded as much and doesn't have any extra pressure put onto him. He's already one full level behind Kautizi, and it's only going to get worse because that means you are always going to lose out in retribution fights. You're always going to lose out in objective contests.
Okay, Ong went down to 50% health, but no worries. He can just swap in, swap out with his teammates. Flat easy, yep, not going to be an issue. He can evade that as well. And just look at the chunkiness that they have. At this level, early stage, is still not going to be enough damage for Aura Fire to pick out anyone one-on-one. Super Marco
Kabuki.
Oh, the follow-up beautifully rotated by AP BREN. They have this all part of the plan.
Yeah, so tough for Kabuki to deal with. You're in a losing matchup against Super Marco, and your entire team was drawn to the other side of the map. So AP BREN, it was like, wow, it's a free kill down bot. We're gonna take it. Turtle now spawning as Aura Fire. They're gonna catch a fight in the jungle. Kalkizi actually dropping low, but unfortunately High ends up going down. They go for one trade.
Ngapain ya?
Kimura though caught in a rough spot, finished off by Super Marco. As the Turtle now down to less than half health. Kalkizi keeping Sin in place the penalty zone and hard of
Masalahnya-
as well. Van will take the Turtle away, but Sin is on the run. Baptiste looking for him. Sin
Aduh.
most likely will go down. Van
Ini
surely will.
sih
2 kills for AP BREN.
curiga
it's like that
2-0
meme,
guys.
right? It's like, you got the total, but at what cost? That is
Oh, yeah.
exactly what happened to Van. He got it, but ooh, he loses teammates. High could be the next one as well.
Just absolutely shoved away from this mid-tier 1, and this is a big problem for Aura Fire. You lost a mid-tier 1 under 6 minutes. The jungle is now going to be a free-for-all, and this Lancelot is not going to have a good time at all. You're going to lose your objectives. All the buffs will start to be invaded by AP BREN. Aura Fire, they gotta somehow come up with a contingency plan, right? You're looking to somehow try to trade that mid-tier 1 if possible, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah, and speaking about trades now, if Owen knows that High is there, he'll definitely try to go in for it. But Kabuki is there as well to guard him. More like Owen guarding Kabuki at this point. Looking at the movement of BREN, right, everything talk about like, okay, Aura Fire, if they want to get pick-ups, they need to get lucky to find someone all alone. BREN, nobody is alone if you think about it.
It's, again, right, you can see AP BREN, they're putting so much pressure onto Kabuki. I mean, sure, High is there, but I do not feel like High can protect.
Iya, dia Kadita doang.
One
Gimana
shot
mau
gets interrupted by
melindungi?
Kalkizi. AP BREN came prepared, and with High down, this turret is gone. I don't think Aura Fire can hold this for long. They'll be able to stave off the wave just for a while, but Aura Fire once more, right? They bring 3 members up top. Van is going to farm bot and try to catch up. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and Kalkizi is just roaming behind, so he's giving information to his teammates as well as to how many people from Aura Fire are there. Kimura on the other side, Owen catches him, so he's going to stop him there, but at the same time, Super Macro definitely secures the turret, as like what you mentioned, and now they're pretty focused on the bottom lane instead.
Turtle spawn, third one, the third and final one of this game. Baptiste once more looking to isolate Van, making sure he doesn't get in, but penalty zone will miss. So Van will be part of this contest. Kaltiji though in a fight.
Dong,
Trying
nice.
to take down Van, but he
Oh,
ends up getting
pas ada
destroyed
turtle.
by High.
Nice.
Lovely rough waves to get the kill, and that means that now AP BREN has
Turtle nggak
lost the
sih?
bargaining chip. Kabuki also takes down the mid-tier 1. That is exactly what you want to do if you are Aura Fire.
Yeah, but Aura Fire loses the real world manipulation. Now that they don't have it, AP
Ayo dong,
can go
nice.
in. As of now, Van will
Hati-hati.
secure the objective.
Balik.
Lovely stuff. Honestly, I mean, for the stuff of Aura Fire,
Better
Van
jangan mati
gets
lah
the
udah.
turtle. They even, they didn't have to, they didn't lose too much, in fact, in the interaction. So overall, Aura Fire, they open up the middle lane. Kabuki gets a ton of farm in the meantime. They get the objective.
Okay, High is alone. Tries to get away with the rough waves, but Super Marco will be there.
Kabur.
Okay, here we go. High will be okay.
Not even want to take any risk at all. Kabuki just showing up at bottom side as well. It's gonna always have either High or Sin with it, right? And in this case, this is not as ideal. Both your cores in the same lane. They will share a bit of resources. It does relegate Kimura to this pseudo roamer role, right? Because he doesn't really have much space to farm anymore. All the tier 1s have gone down. Van is going to be cutting the wave. Kabuki will be doing the same in the side lane. And Kimura, he's just left to kind of be that tank that opens up the map because High can't really do it on a Kadita.
Oh, and look at the items. Aura Fire don't have the items yet to deal with Flapdizi, especially with his HP regeneration, able to go up easily. But now Van could be caught out here. Everyone's around him.
And should be able to get away, no problem. Kalkizi taking off some damage in the middle lane. Gotta be very, very careful, right? Aura Fire, just a measly 1,000 net worth deficit. Definitely not a lead that they can't overcome. Purple buff under contest, but Aura Fire won't be able to do anything. So AP BREN secures it.
Yeah, Kimura can go in. I mean, you have the penalty zone, you have the minimum fury waiting for him, so he's going to let that go. It's not going to be worth it just for a purple buff, but Kabuki takes advantage of the roaming done by AP BREN as a group, and now opening up the bottom lane instead, considering that he knows that the Lord will be taken by AP BREN.
Yeah, you gotta love it that Kabuki is able to find the space to get farm in, but now this is where it gets very, very dicey. Aura Fire needs to take this Lord. The contest is very crucial. Flapteezy losing a big chunk of his health. Penalty zone use. Kabuki able to get away with the BMI. Kimura losing half his health. Lovely appraisal's grab to regain some of that lost HP. High looking for a flash. Flapteezy has found him. They're gonna try and blow up Flapteezy, but unfortunately the damage is just not enough. Phantom execution used by Van as well.
Oh,
Open keeping
nice
everyone
banget
on
yang bawah
his
hancur dulu.
pumped up with the Minotaur kill.
Yeah, even the rough waves, not enough damage. And AP BREN is able to tank that, and now without the rough waves, they can go in. They know that one skill is out, but the real world manipulation is still there.
Watch out, Kabuki is gonna be the hero. Open closer to Minoran range. Not much of a
Ih,
knockdown.
sakitnya.
Sin
Sin,
sniped by Super Marco,
aduh.
and Fuel going for the finisher, and suddenly everything goes haywire for Aura Fire as AP
Balik
BREN
udah.
with a pincer maneuver catches them off guard, left, right, and center. 3 dead for Aura Fire. And they only got few, which is a small price to pay for AP BREN. They get the Lord.
Oh, I really like how AP BREN waited for the real world manipulation. The moment it's popped out, they go in and they take out Sin. Sin didn't have much life anyway that time, so there's no way he could tank out anything. Just like one shot, and he's gone. Real world manipulation had no effect onto AP BREN.
Absolutely zero, right? And you gotta really commend Super Marco. He got that snipe that brought Sin down low and triggered AP BREN, gives him a great green light to go for the contest, because Sin going down basically means that Aura Fire will lose a lot of that control, a lot of that the utility in these team fights.
Waduh.
Meanwhile, bottom end Kabuki.
Oh, nice Kabuki, nice.
Solo kill.
Nice, nice.
As the Lord
Tapi
gets
dia dirempuk.
offside. So Kabuki doing
Aduh.
massive work. Unfortunately, he's going to be traded back by Kautizi.
Yeah, I mean, a Kabuki, a Claude versus a Valentina 1v1, you would expect a Claude to win that fight. But the follow-up after that is where he loses. So with that loss, this opens up the bottom lane. The turret will definitely be taken out. Kautizi will be there. Kimura and Sin, nothing much you can do except just becoming a spectator at the bottom.
All things considered, right? AP BREN are just 2,000. They were just shy of 3,000 net worth lead. It is still fairly close, honestly. Again, Kabuki, we say that he is the guy in game one that is gonna save the team. Like, we need Kabuki to come online. We need him in these fights to make heroic plays, and we have seen that he's able to do so. But the rest of the team, they gotta be able to back him up.
Well, at least this time, they will be overly dependent on Kabuki. If they don't have Kabuki, they still have Van. They can dish out the damage. Because going in for an Assassin Emblem, so expect him to build a little bit more damage and not going for the tanks a lot instead. So with that being said, at least they have a backup in case Kabuki goes down, or vice versa. If Van goes down, Kabuki's there to still dish out the damage.
You see Kautizi as well. Easily hops over the wall. I mean, Van will try to clear the wave as much as he can, right? Just making sure that at least one of the waves is going to be shoved in favor of Aura Fire. But even then, they don't really have the best means of rotating. I mean, look at this. Kabuki playing with fire, literally. Van does see this rotation. Super Marco is going to be the target. Van knows that he can't win this. Meanwhile, High just shredded by Phil and Flapteezy.
Aduh, coba High-nya bukan Kadita
He
mungkin.
couldn't. He wasn't able to even pull up anything from there. Rough wave, still not used. Goes down just like that. Give it a kill away to AP BREN. And now Kautizi.
Ngantuk guys, karena war-nya nggak yang gimana gitu.
We just need information where Sin will be at. Sin is way behind. Just keeping himself safe right now. Because he knows that the Lord will be the next contest.
14 minutes in, AP BREN slowly but surely winning down the Lord a little bit. Van has to be very careful with Flapteezy zoning him out. Don't want to get hit by the penalty zone, that's for sure. Kimura also shows up to the battlefront. Kabuki able to secure the orange buff for himself. And once more, look at Super Marco. Unthinkable position.
Aduh. Van?
Okay, Elgren. I don't think they know that Elgren is there though. So Minoru Fury can come out. Okay, here he goes. Ogren reviews himself so he knows that he's in the bush. But anytime soon, the Minoru Fury will come out. They can combo in this fight.
And High is coming from back as well. Remote manipulation, start things off. Van waiting for the safety. High goes in. Can't
Gila.
get it done again. He interrupted
Kayaknya
before he got
agak ini
anything
sih.
off. Or a fire beats the Lord and he
Waduh,
can't get it.
gimana?
It's awkward to secure the objective of all people. The Mad Cow giving AP BREN the breath of life that they need. 2 kills for AP BREN and Aura Fire, they are sent packing.
Great idea from High. To go
Aduh,
for the
gak
back
tahu deh.
line. I know he wants to do the one shot, rough ways onto the back.
Team
onto
fight udah
Fu,
gak
but Fu
kuat.
sidestep
Lordnya
away
gak
the moment he
dapet-dapet.
notices that he is on the way. What a
Kalah
great mechanical
retri.
move that's shown by him. And with that, they managed to win the fight. And now the counter is coming from AP BREN to take down the turrets.
Absolute, I mean, disaster for Aura Fire, right? High, not the first time he got interrupted trying to go for the full combo, but AP BREN are so aware. Top inhibitor down, bottom inhibitor under siege, and it's just Kimura trying to defend the structure. It is not doable. AP BREN will break both side lanes, and Aura Fire in the same position that they were in the previous game. Kabuki doing work on both side lanes with the better mirror image, trying to take everything into his own hands, gets sniped from afar, losing most of his health bar. Aura Fire trapped in their base.
Ooh, now this is the moment where Aura Fire, how are you going to come out, all right? Even if we look at item differentiation, okay, first, gold difference is about 7k towards AP BREN. They pretty much have everything in the bag right now. Maybe just about like one item for some of the heroes, but that's about it. But for Aura Fire, look at how far High is. He's like 3 items away to completion. So that's the big difference.
Look at this. I mean, look at AP BREN, right? Almost 7,000 net worth advantage. 2 lords in hand. The third one spawning in 70 seconds at the bottom side. We talk about how Kimura is relegated to a role where he's just looking to be a tank, right? Looking to open up the map, because we see every time High tries to do that, he gets destroyed by AP BREN. So Kimura, his hands are tied, that's for sure.
Yeah, he went for full tank items. So he's expected to be the target man. And with BREN knowing that, obviously, they'll be like, okay, when you see him, it's just like, just tickle him, but don't go full on engage with him. Yes, the Bandit is naturally tanky enough, but you can, of course, go different kind of builds by Kimura. There's no other choice except for Kimura being the only tank for them.
What is the way for Aura Fire to come back into this claw? I mean, we say that Kabuki is the win con at this point. Even at the damage leaderboard, right? Kabuki is the only one who is reliably dishing out damage. But we saw what happened in game 1. He couldn't do it on his own.
Yeah, in fact, he's the top damage dealer amongst all. But yeah, like what you say, right? If he gets taken out, like what we saw in game 1, that's it. Game over. Unless Van will be the second one. But if you look at the damage output, Van is not dealing as much damage as Aura Fire would have hoped for. So with that kind of track record, unless he can scale towards the later stage of the game, then great. But if not, if it's still down to Kabuki, then it's going to be the same story again for AP BREN.
The lore used already, and Van did find Flap TZ in the brush. Kao TZ slowly working on the lord also. Kabuki's gonna show up early.
Okay, here we go. The dance
Kayaknya suara
is
casternya
incredible.
bikin ngantuk, guys.
Kaltizi really starting it up, and he knows he can because RFI is now in the
Apalagi ini kan
deficit.
ceritanya
They
lagi
know that they
one
can't
sided
go
gitu
in
kan,
because they
belum
will be
ada.
worried about the whole team fight thingy.
Sakit banget.
Oh,
Belum
look
ada
at that
kayak
damage. 60% health
war
shredded
yang
onto Kabuki just like that.
bermakna gitu
Yeah,
loh.
Kabuki's gonna
Jadi
queue up
tambah
with the villain
ngantuk,
wave. The
guys.
Demon Hunter sword, so
Masih ada
back to
2
full
match
health, back to a
lagi.
healthy state. High. I feel like he has to be the one to
Ya
find that flank,
match.
right? But it's either
Dua
than
grup.
down Kabuki. Holy.
Look at this, not even Kimura.
Kalau yang Indo,
It's
caster Indo
brave
tuh
enough
kayak
to
lebih
go in, like,
ekspresif.
sending Kabuki to poke a bit. There was a little bit of a risk that Kabuki would have been caught out. But speaking about getting caught, Flaptizi, nope, he's tanky enough still. He is a Terizla. So if this goes on, then for sure AP BREN can secure the Lord. But Aurofire is just waiting for the right moment still. 40% health left for the Lord. They won't go in anytime soon.
Look at the top wave though. It is
yeah.
stacking up. They got it. Aura Fire, that force back. it was on a plan, right? AP BREN, they are just waiting for that wave to stack up. And Aura Fire will have to make a decision. And guess who is going to handle that wave? It's Kabuki. He's not going to be around for this fight. I mean, Van has to pull off a heroic play. He has to get this Lord to even keep the game intact. They go straight to Kimura.
Nice.
They found him.
Nice
Super
banget.
Marco bursted by high.
Let's go.
Aura Fire needs
Let's go.
that
Nice.
and feel under danger. Van
Nah,
pounces onto him
begini
and he
dong.
goes down as well.
Hati-hati
They
nih,
shoot
Van
that
jangan
for
sampai
AP
mati.
BREN. This is the fight that Aura Fire has been looking for. And AP BREN completely caught off guard. This Lord
Mereka
now is controlled by
nyepelein
Aura
nih,
Fire.
ngiranya nggak ada
They were
Kabuki
so focused on
bisa.
the Lord that they forgot that, oh, someone's going to sneak up behind to pull that one shot, the rock
Ayo udah,
waves
bantuin cepetan itu.
onto Super Marco, and the
Lordnya,
moment they got the target,
Kabuki.
this is it. Aura Fire is back on track.
Wih,
And the decision to
Aura.
say Kabuki up
Baru
front
melek nih
looks
gue.
like it was a bait
Kayaknya
for
memang
AP
harus
BREN.
yang gue dukung dulu.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Kabuki shows up top
Wih,
and
dapet Lord guys. Nice banget. Semoga ke
somehow
comeback
beating
ini.
Super Marco. And AP BREN, uh-oh. They have lost all the lead that they previously garnered for themselves. Aura Fire, they're back in the game, and this is a Luminous Lord. It's the third one of the game,
Ayo,
and
tower.
it's AP BREN's turn to play base defense.
Ooh, okay, not the position that you want to be in, playing the defensive role. But anyway, the members of AP BREN, they are
Jadi memang
now
benar
up
harus
and running
Beatrixnya
again.
dulu yang mati ya
But
guys.
for Aura Fire, on the other hand, they'll be waiting for the Lord to arrive before they push in. But this will be the big question. How are they going to push in? When they get funneled at the doorstep of the base, that is where AP BREN can work strongest, because they got all the team fight skills.
I feel like you just have to get one more one shot onto Super Marco, right? That's his only death so far in this game. But if Aura Fire can blow him up one more time, this game is going to end right then and there. Lord coming in the bottom inhibitor is going to go down instantly. Nothing much that AP BREN could do to defend it. Super Marco has to be the hero. Van straight to the back. Super Marco still staying alive. Will have to return to the fountain to queue up. Meanwhile, the art of M will be used. Immortality pop back down.
Nice.
Here we go.
Hati-hati. Ayo dong, nice banget Kabuki. Ya siapalah. Pokoknya Aura. Ayo dong. Van jangan mati. Iya. Kabuki. Aduh, Kabuki terlalu masuk. Balik dulu. Van, aish. Aduh guys, tadi udah bagus padahal. Pada belum punya immortal kah? Atau udah?
Super Marco, super performance there, sidestepping.
Iya, harus mati nih si Marco nih supaya bisa.
By Aura Fire to be thrown at him, and he survives, and with that, he's able to dish out that amount of damage. Look at this against a team fight, as what we expected. All the skills thrown in at one area when Aura Fire is funneled into the base. But look at the distance of Super Marco, it's just sidestepping everything.
Kena tower.
Dishing out the damage to defend
Hati-hati
the
Sin.
base for the
Sin,
team.
aduh ya Tuhan.
Kenapa dia
sangat nekat?
Gets rid of Super Marco, Decimate on top of him, goes into the Winter Trunket, but he's gonna come out and face the wrath of AP BREN.
Wah,
And just like
sudah.
that, Cloud, in the blink of an eye, AP
Kecuali
BREN,
Kabuki bisa lawan
they are in
5,
the
tapi
driver's
kayaknya
seat.
nggak mungkin ya guys ya.
Aura Fire only has 3 members to defend this. Sin and High out for more than half
Oh iya,
a minute.
lagi pada bangun sih.
They gotta wait 30 seconds
Tunggu
for
dulu
time to
dong.
come back.
Aduh,
Almost
30 detik.
40 plus seconds
Aduh,
for Sin to
itu
return.
40 detik.
AP BREN, they're gonna
Stres
split
gue
all
ngeliatnya.
3 lanes. The middle inhibitor under fire. Kabuki, can you hold on? Bang straight
Jangan
to
dong,
back.
Van.
Super Marco, but he's gonna shred it very
Aduh,
quickly.
nggak itu
Super
banget
Marco
sih.
just stands his ground, and there's nothing that Aura Fire could do. But Super Marco, he's not done just yet. Easy with the
dah.
decimate. Gets to the kill.
Nggak mungkin.
Super Marco finds a double. Super Marco looking for Kabuki.
Keren, Aura.
Kabuki's gonna fall. And
Tadi
Aura
keren.
Fire, they burn
Ya udah,
to
selamat
ashes as
untuk
AP
ngapain gue selamatin?
completely
Semangat
destroyed
buat
the
Aura.
flames.
Oke.
2-0 to close out their group stage.
Kita langsung lanjut ke match yang lainnya guys ya. Sampai bertemu di sana.
AP BREN in the defense against